A teacher wants to learn more about a student who asks for extra food from the cafeteria every day. The student does not tell the truth to her teacher when asked why she took leftovers, because she is scared of revealing what really happened. Miss Wilson saw that Isabella would go to the canteen after class while the other students went to the playground. One day, she decided to go to the canteen to see how Isabella was doing. The people who work in the cafeteria said that Isabella asked them for the food that was left over instead of throwing it away. Miss Wilson was interested in knowing why Isabella was doing something, so she went to ask her. "Are things okay at your house?" she asked. Isabella said yes by moving her head up and down. "Okay, Miss Wilson. My mom takes care of my younger brother and me by herself because my dad passed away. She works hard to make sure we have food to eat. She said that she takes the extra food from the cafeteria to help someone." Miss Wilson almost believed Isabella, but then she remembered that she had already met Isabella's mother. The mommy was alone but had a job that gave her enough money to pay for everything. Isabella wanted to know why she was taking food home every day, so she followed herself to find out. She looked far away and saw a young girl walking towards an old house that nobody uses anymore instead of walking to her own house. She put the food bag in a mailbox that made a loud noise. She banged on the house's door and hurriedly left. Miss Wilson was curious about who Isabella was giving the food to. Even though the child left quickly, Miss Wilson stayed put for a bit to see who would answer the door. She saw a messy man in his 40s come out of the house, wearing old pajamas that were torn. He grabbed the food from the mailbox and went back indoors. The next day, Miss Wilson decided to talk to Isabella about what she saw. "I saw you went to the old house to give food. Who was he?" Isabella was scared that she would have to stay after school for being dishonest with Miss Wilson. She said sorry for lying and was scared because she thought Miss Wilson would tell her mom. "I'm sorry, Miss Wilson, I didn't tell you the truth because I didn't want to get in trouble with anyone. 2 years ago, a firefighter rescued me, my mom, and my brother from our burning house. My dad passed away in the fire, and the firefighter felt responsible for not saving him quickly. He began to deal with his problems by drinking, and as a result, he lost his job. My mom and I wanted to thank him by visiting his house one day. But he locked the door and said we shouldn't come again. I know it's hard for him, but he shouldn't feel guilty. It's not fair. He is a hero. Every day, I give him food and leave it in the mailbox because I want to help him. I'm too afraid of him, so I don't let him see me." She said she didn't think he knew it was her who brought him the food, she said after finishing her story. Miss Wilson was amazed at how strong, grown-up and caring Isabella was. The girl was only 12 years old, but very smart for her age. The teacher thought her kind actions should be talked about. Miss Wilson went to see the firefighter after school that day. She knocked on the door and the man opened it. He wanted to know who she was. She explained to the man about Isabella and how she would give him food every day. "She remembers how kind you were to her and her family. She wants to do something nice for you, but she's scared to talk to you because the last time she tried, you sent her away." Wilson told something. The firefighter felt very bad for what he did. He said it made him feel sick and sad that he couldn't save Isabella's dad. He also thought it was his fault. "I didn't mind who brought the food, but now I know there are still nice people around, like Isabella." He said to his visitor that he wishes it's not late to change himself. From then on, Isabella had Miss Wilson go with her to the home of the firefighter. Adam said who he was and invited them inside his house. Isabella and Miss Wilson helped Adam improve his life. They kept him company and made his home more lively. They also gave him freshly cooked meals instead of old ones. Adam wanted his old job back at the fire station. They said he could have it if he promised to stop drinking. So he agreed to quit drinking and got his job back. He said he wouldn't do it anymore, and he made money for himself again. Miss Wilson and Adam became better friends after getting to know each other. They began going out and lived together. One day, Isabella went to visit Miss Wilson and Adam at their new house. Then, Adam asked Isabella why she still helped him even though he was mean to her before. She answered, "You helped me, my mom, and my brother. We should always remember our heroes.